going on, guys? We are in Point Pleasant today, going to be fishing the Manasquan Inlet. The goal is going to be to catch my first ever tautog, blackfish, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to be fishing a couple high-low rigs, size, I don't even know what size hooks these are, but some larger hooks compared to what I have been using the last couple videos. And for bait, we're going to use some live green crabs. So I'm going to put crab on each of these. I'm going to cast this out. We're going to let it sit. I'm going to set up a second rod, and that rod I'm going to fish close to shore, kind of closer to the rocks, where I could actually get a little bit more of a feel for when those fish bite. So hopefully you get something on either the green crab a little bit farther out, or the green crab closer to shore among the rocks. So let's give it a shot, and let's try to get my first ever tautog. There we go. So we got a full crab on that one and a full crab on that one. This might be overkill. I might only use half of the crab from now on, but I got 2 dozen of these guys, so at least early on we'll use some full ones. Flip this on out there, and this one I'm just going to let sit out there. We'll set up my second rod, and that one will fish a little bit closer, kind of among the rocks. Alright, so here's the second setup. Same rig, just with a smaller bank sinker instead of a heavier pyramid sinker, just because this is going to be worked in some more snaggy areas. So I'm going to try to keep this a little bit closer to shore here. And now we wait. I'm hopeful. Not too many people out here fishing. Saw one guy catch a small black sea bass. We're about a half hour until high tide, so we'll fish the slack tide and a little bit of the outgoing, and hopefully it'll be a good day. Alrighty, so somewhat slow day, a little bit of action. I had a couple hits. I just can't figure out when to set the hook. If I set it too soon, I feel like I pull the hook out of the fish's mouth and left with nothing. If I take too long, the fish, I think, swims into a rock, and I end up getting snagged. So these are a tricky fish to catch, but hopefully I can figure it out. There's got to be a little golden area where you can still hook them. Got him. Yes. First fish of the day. Took long enough. Ooh. No, he's down in a rock. Oh, this is a challenge. But we got one. Come here, dude. Alright, first blackfish of the day. Alright, after getting a bunch of hits today, we finally got my first ever blackfish. Now, it's a type of wrasse similar to all the ones I catch in Florida that I don't like, but since this is one of the few wrasse that are common up in New Jersey and my first ever tautog blackfish, it is a really, really cool catch. Now let's see if we can get maybe 1 or 2 more, because it is a challenge to get these guys. Alright, so we got one. One thing I noticed is I started going with half pieces of crab instead of the full pieces, and that increased the number of bites I got very, very quickly. So hopefully, as long as I go with these half pieces, I can get a couple more here. another bite, and it's gone. So definitely going with the half pieces of crabs is getting me a lot more bites, but these guys are still just super, super tough to hook into. Oh man, I'm snagged. I had a bite. That was my last piece of crab too. So I think this is gonna do it. Alright, so unfortunately that is gonna do it, because I am having a pretty good time here, even though I've only caught one fish. So tons and tons of hits, tons and tons of snagged rigs that I lost, and all that resulted in one blackfish. That was my first ever blackfish, so I am very happy with the way the day went. Of course I would have liked to have caught some more fish, but I still had a blast out here. It wasn't too cold, but for my first time blackfishing and first time using crabs as bait, I can't be too upset. I know they're really, really finicky. I tried to give them a little bit more time to eat sometimes, but I don't know, whatever I was doing just wasn't working too well. But still, hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.